Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from T&J, and we are looking to replace Jet Bandy. I mean, we do have Stuart Turner, but we traded for him earlier. I'm not sure if he's that guy that can really fill in for 2 months. And one reason why I say that is because his batting average is hovering around 200. It's not impressive. So who can we get that we don't have to give up too much? I think Tucker Barnhart is an option here. He's a guy that's, he's still relatively young. He's not old by any stretch. But it looks like our best deal here is for Nate Carnes, because remember, we don't really even use Nate Carnes. He is in our AAA system right now. He's at a AAA level, so we're actually going to execute this trade and get him. I like that trade because we're not giving up any prospects. We're getting a catcher. We need him right now, but we're not giving up any prospects. But here we're looking, this guy Juan Cora. I'm trying to get rid of Lance Lynn now for some prospects, and it looks like we found a closing pitcher with a potential. The Marlins must really need starting pitcher if they're willing to give up a closing pitcher in their farm system for Lance Lynn. I mean, a potential. I thought I was looking for a B potential guy, but we found another A potential guy, Christopher Kelly for the Rockies. He's 20 years old. He's an outfielder, 51 overall, but he's 20 years old. So this might be a guy that can be a pivotal piece in our future. 51 overall. I don't care about that. I care about that A potential. I didn't think I could get an A potential guy out of Lance Lynn. And you know what's funny? What I learned about this game is the trade logic is actually better than what I thought, because earlier when I was looking for trades for Lance Lynn and Junior Guerra, I didn't have like any A potential guys I can get. Now once it's closer to the deadline, these teams are desperate. They want to make a playoff push, so they want to get these starting pitchers, these guys that can help right away, and they're willing to give up these A potential guys. And right here, Juan Cora, his potential is 91. We're looking at Christopher Kelly here, and his potential is also a 91. So that's pretty realistic. I never thought that MLB The Show would be that realistic. I wish other sports games were like that as well. When it gets closer to the trade deadline, they're willing to give up younger pieces to get people to help right now, and that's pretty cool. I mean, that current roster strategy that you see at the top of teams really shows and really proves itself when you see guys, young guys, going out for older guys that can help right away. But here, Joc Pederson's price tag has went up. I'm gonna have to give up Soler and Jose Bautista, and then a throw-in guy, Victor Roach. Let me know what you guys think of that, because I don't know if it's really worth it to give up two guys when I can get maybe a prospect. But it's Joc Pederson, though. He's got that 99 power. I mean, that is so intriguing, and plus his defense is really good, and I can probably slot him in center right away, move Brinson to left, and that would be some pretty good defense there, because Friendly Gutierrez has a pretty good arm. He's not fast, but here he is at the plate showing off his bat here, sac fly. He's bringing in Hernan Perez, who I have in the leadoff role in this game. But as I was saying, I mean, Joc Pederson is a young guy too. He's still 26, so I will have him for a pretty good amount of time, and like I said, that 99 power, that's kind of hard to deny. And as of late, our offense has been struggling quite a bit, so we might need a guy that can bring in some runs. So here we have Lance McCullers on the mound, 1-2 whip, but he's only 4-5, and it's mainly because early in the season I would be scoring runs later in the game after the starters are pulled, so he wouldn't be getting these opportunities to get wins. But here, there's Stuart Turner, and I'm looking for him to at least take advantage of this position that he's in, because I did just trade for Barnhart, but he has a chance to keep his spot. And let's just see what he can do this game. But Hernan Perez, I love him in this leadoff spot because he has an 81 speed. He can swipe bases, and he hits the ball hard. But here he's getting thrown out on a hit off the wall. and that was a frozen rope down the line, but he gets thrown out. So here we're in the third inning here, and Travis Shaw gets a hanger, and he crushes that one. Or at this point, he's 2 for 2 in the game, so we got a guy on first here, and Frank Gutierrez comes up. He gets walked, so now we got guys on first and second with Eric Thames coming up.
This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. See you later, over the wall, a home run. So it's a 3-run shot.
I know some of you guys have been suggesting that maybe I should replace Thames, but I just can't, because he is a clutch player, man. He's always been clutch. These last 3 seasons, he's been so clutch for me. He still has the power versus righties. He has power versus lefties too, surprisingly. And like I said, we take a 4-0 lead with that power. And here's Soler, and he comes up and he jacks one, and that one's gonna doink off the pole. That's a home run. Jorge Soler, like I said, he was in that trade that I was proposing for Joc Pederson, and it's tough, man, because you don't want to get rid of a good thing. You don't want to mess up camaraderie, and like I said, we're creeping up on this trade deadline now, so I don't know if I want to give up somebody as good as Soler here. But here in the bottom half of the third inning, not known for his bat, Billy Hamilton takes one deep, and they're going to get at least 1 run on the board here. Billy Hamilton is a guy that's known for stealing bases, not for his bat. But like I said, Soler, man, I mean, it's tough because I loved that trade when I first got him. He was a part of the Ryan Braun trade when I traded Ryan Braun, and he's done nothing but great things for me. So it's going to be tough to give him up. If I do, I don't know. Let me know if you think I should. But here, Joey Votto is getting walked. He's getting on base. So Lance McCullers is running into a little bit of trouble here. But he does get the next batter to ground out to second. Hernan Perez, those to Thames. And here's Stuart Turner with another opportunity at the plate. I want to show Stuart Turner's at bats because it might be time for Tucker Barnhart. So here's our old pal, Jurickson Profar, here in the 4th inning. He's on the Reds now, so he gets walked. Next up, the batter hits a line drive to the left center gap, and that's going to bring in a run. It seemed like this outfield is pretty big. I mean, that gap is huge. So now they have a guy on second base. They bring in a run. They cut the deficit to just 3. And here the pitcher is getting a hit up the middle, and Lance McCullers, I give him a 5-run cushion, and he's giving up 4. So 3 runs actually, sorry. And Billy Hamilton's getting walked here. So now we are on to 2 outs here in this inning, and they're still getting runs here. So now they cut the deficit to 1. So next, Joey Votto comes up, but luckily I get him to swing at a curveball. Lance McCullers gives up 4 runs there, but they bring in a new pitcher, Bonilla, I think it's Bonilla. And here he's walking Hernan Perez. So Hernan Perez has been on base quite a bit this game. Travis Shaw strikes on some high heat, but Frank Gutierrez comes up next.
And there he goes towards second. Oh, he goes down to get the fence ball as this is hit well out to deep left center field, and he is going to ride this one right out of here. Home run.
Franklin Gutierrez with his 25th home run on the year. He's second in the NL in home runs behind who? Joc Pederson. Man, if I get those 2 on the same team and they're number 1 and 2 in home runs in the NL, do you know what that would do to the rest of the NL Central, to the rest of the NL? That would definitely put them on notice. And here's Soler. He's not getting another home run here, but he's getting a hit down the line to the left fielder. And, like I said, with 2 outs, it's kind of hard to get rid of a guy Soler that he's just so reliable. And here Brinson, as he's showing up, man, like I said, he's having his career best year. He's hitting about 260, but the previous years I think he hit 220, then 240, now he's hitting 260. And here's Stuart Turner with a chance to prove himself, and he cannot seize the opportunity, so he lines out to center, and that's disappointing, man. I was hoping that Stuart Turner would show up, get a chance here, but I mean, it's tough when a guy's not producing, especially with guys in scoring position like that. You got to take advantage of that. And that was versus a pitcher who threw a pretty good pitch over the middle. So Blake Parker is in here in the 8th inning and looking to get out of this game. Running into a little bit of trouble here with 1 out, but he gets the next batter to pop out in the infield. So we have 2 outs here in the 8th inning. And Blake Parker is going to get Jurickson Profar to show off his warning track power, something Jurickson Profar never did with us. But they bring in a reliever out of the bullpen, Johnson. He's going to face Hassan Diaz here in the 9th inning.
1-2, here it comes. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. Gone to lead off the inning.
Hassan Diaz, he's like, he's real small, but he's got a lot of power. He kind of reminds me of Altuve. I know that's a big comparison to be making right now, but Altuve has some pretty good pop on his bat. Hassan Diaz is a small guy as well. He's got some pretty good pop. Like, he hits the ball well. Like, if you saw early in the game, he had a pop up to left field, but it reached the warning track. Like, he has warning track power. And I kind of like that. I like that our future is bright there. But Hernan Perez continues this inning with a hit to right field. Travis Shaw comes up. He draws a walk. So now Franklin Gutierrez is coming up next. But he strikes out. Can't keep up with the heat there. And Eric Thames comes up and he can't keep up with the heat. So now we're on to the 9th inning. Steve Geltz comes in for the save. He has a little bit of a cushion here. So shouldn't be a problem get out of this. And the final batter lines out to center field. And one thing I learned from this game, man, I need Stuart Turner to show up more. Barnhart is probably going to get the nod the next game because I didn't like what I saw from Stuart Turner. He had plenty of opportunities with good pitches. It's not like I was swinging at bad pitches. He had some good pitches to hit, and it just didn't jump off his bat. He didn't have to hit the ball hard. It's one thing if you hit the ball hard, but he didn't do enough for me. So we win this game off of 10 hits to their 7. 8 runs. We finally get some offense, man. Finally get it going. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button. We'll be back for the next episode.